Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing okay. So yeah, we are going to be playing some of the Monster Hunter Wilds beta test today. It's the last day of the beta, so I figured we might as well play it on stream while it's active. So I know Sunday is normally our Fantasy Star day, but because of the time frame of this beta, it makes sense to do this today, and then we'll be doing Classic Fantasy Star during the week anyway. Just tweaked your cat so it looks like Rocky did now. Yeah, so the game volume for this is very, very weird. So it'll be extremely quiet in some places and probably a bit loud in others. It kind of seems all over the place with the volume. I've tried balancing it best I can, but in the towns in particular, it seems very quiet. Hi, LJP. Yeah, so we are playing the Monster Hunter Wilds beta test. It is cross-play, so if anyone does want to join, feel free. The way that you join people in this is very weird. I'm already partying with one of my friends here. The way that you party in this is a bit strange the first time. Yeah, Kilniath, so the way it works basically is you need to invite people to what's called a link party first. That then puts you in a group that can go on quests if you want to. And then you can do what's called inviting someone to an environment link, which then pulls them into your actual game. It's really super weird the way they do it. I don't know why it's so complicated. Once you've invited someone as a friend in game, it's a little bit easier. I don't even know if I have a lobby ID system, to be honest. I haven't seen one. Yeah, so the only way I can invite at the moment, I think, is through this menu. It's option on the start screen to join by lobby ID. So that's just on the starting screen. See, I don't think this actually has a lobby ID that I can see. So if I go invite a friend, it loads like my Steam friends. Communication. So this is literally just like your shortcuts, basically. So it is very weird. I don't know if the lobby ID thing is fully working for the beta or not. I haven't managed to use it properly yet. And most people I've seen make parties have done it through this. So what I can do is, are you ready to join now, Kilniath? Because I can probably invite you to this environment link if you want. Alright, yep, give me a second then. So what I'll do is I'll very quickly just go up my beer at back screen just so you don't see all my Steam friend list. Oh, you're on PS5? Yeah, that could be difficult doing it from Steam friend list then. So is there another way of doing this? Let's see. Invite to link party. Can I then search for someone? Hi, Drac. And Pika as well. Ah, so there is a Hunter ID search. So I do actually have a lobby ID as well, actually. It only shows up here. So lobby ID apparently is JH4HV93L. I'll try and put that into the chat. It is very weird how they do the multiplayer in this, though. I hope they sort of change it for the release. Right, apparently that is the lobby ID. So, Kilniath, since you've sent me your Hunter ID anyway, I should be able to add you from that anywhere. So we'll try that. Yep, that would be you. Okay, that's search for you. I can't actually do anything with it. Please show off Switch Axe. I will only play it February if the optimization is bad, probably in a few years. Yeah, that is one of the downsides at the minute. It is quite rough if you're on PC. You need a pretty beefy PC to do it. Oh, you joined at the minute? Oh, cool. Yeah, so I don't know if the way they're doing this is because of how the game works. So the way it works basically is there is 100 player lobbies. So you have 100 people in a lobby, but then when you go into a base camp, you see up to 16 of them. But then you can invite 4 people to an environment link where you can do quests. It's really odd. You see randomers, okay, so let's see. It's at the moment I still do not see you. This is what I mean, that the lobby system is ridiculous. This is one thing I think they do need to change. It's so much easier in World and Rise. So, did you try joining by that lobby ID, Kilniath, or was it... Are you just in the lobby that you got dumped into first? Ah, there we go. Okay, so I've got a friend request. So then can I now invite you from there? Right, let's try this again. Invite to link party. You see this. I've sent the invite. Crossplay is a fantastic thing when it works properly. Kilniath has joined the link party. Right, so now I think from there it should have invited you to what's called an environment link as well. So if you accept that, you should end up in this game. Again, why is it this complicated? Yeah, it is super convoluted. I don't know if it's because of the game being kind of open world. I really don't know. So hopefully you will spawn in a second, we'll see you. Then we can get some hunting going. There we go. We got there in the end. So yeah, so first of all, if you are running this on PC, it's become quite apparent you're going to need a pretty beefy PC to do it. For context, I'm running this on a 7800 X3D processor and a 7900 XTX graphics card. I can get around about... I can get 120 FPS out of it by using AMD fluid motion frames. But if I don't use that, I struggle to get above 60. So some work needs to be done. So with that said, we've done a bit of standing around, so I guess we should probably go and hit some monsters. So what is on the map at the minute? I will try out a few different weapons on the stream as well. So people saying the game is very crusty. There's some great pictures if you look on Twitter of people with essentially polygon monsters because the game doesn't render them in properly. Yeah, the optimization is not good. So we have... There is a Doshagama up north. Balahara to the south. Anything else? And another Balahara. So no raids out yet, unfortunately. Do you want to go for the Doshagama? It's the worst optimized game I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of games. Let's go and hunt this guy. So then I can post the quest, and then I think that pulls you into the quest. Hopefully. Alright, let's go.
A supply shipment's come in. Hope you find something useful.
So I will say the game does look nice. I don't think it justifies the ridiculous requirements for it. To me, it looks maybe about the same as World visually. I don't think it's a massive improvement, but it is still very pretty. Still need to get used to the insect glaive controls on this because it's super weird. Insect glaive was my main weapon in Worlds and Rise, and they've changed it a lot in this game. And I don't know if it's for the better. It doesn't help that I have the slowest Kinsect ever in the demo as well. He's trying his hardest. The problem with Insect Glaive now is you basically need all 3 extracts with your Kinsect to be able to have your move set. Previously, you just used to have red to get your extra moves, whereas now you need all 3. Which means Insect Glaive is basically useless until you get all 3. Once you've got all 3, it's fine because you have a new thing in this game called Focus Mode, which is where you can basically have a reticle, which lets you target certain parts. And with Focus Mode, you have what's called a Focus Strike. The Focus Strike is like a special move you use while you're in Focus Mode. Another thing with Wilds that I've done is you can wound monsters. So if you attack the same part enough, you'll wound that part. And what will happen then is if you use a Focus Strike on the wounded part, you'll do loads of extra damage. Sometimes the Focus Strike will actually do more damage on more parts, and sometimes you have extra mechanics as well. So for Insect Glaive, if you hit a wounded part with a Focus Strike, you actually replenish all of your Kinsect extracts, which is super useful. Another thing a lot of people don't like about Insect Glaive in this is Aerial has been kind of gutted. So no more can you just continually helicopter. They've also changed it so your helicopter is now your mounting attack. So you now use mounting as well to actually wound the monster. So if I go into focus mode now, you can sometimes see wounds, they'll glow up red, basically. Can you wallbang them? I have not seen a way of doing it yet, which to me is a good thing, because I thought the wallbanging in World and in Rise was a bit broken. So another thing that Insect Glaive has now is it has a charge attack. First of all, I need to get my extracts back though. What's a clash? So clash is a thing that only certain weapons can do. There is basically a few different types of attack that certain weapons are able to do. So a clash is when you and the monster will kind of get locked in an animation where you're both trying to hit each other at the same time. And if you button mash attack during it, you can win that clash and knock the monster down or knock it back. So weapons like Lance are able to do it with a shield. God, the bug in this open beta is horrible. It's so slow. That is one thing I will say about Wilds. It does, for me at least, it does seem like a slightly slower paced game than World. It's obviously a lot slower than Rise because we're not going for that kind of combat. Nice trap. Yeah, so Insect Glaive has this like charge attack now where if you hold circle, I mean, it looks sick. So, like some of the previous games, we do have mounts as well. So the mounts in this game, they kind of work similar to the radar rides from World. So it will just run out on its own. You don't necessarily need to control it, but you can also control it yourself if you want to. As you'd expect, you can do things like sharpening your weapon. You can do things like using potions while you're on this circuit as well. You can also use your slinger to attack things and pull things in from a distance. So you can actually collect things while you're going. So for example, if I slinger this, if I hit it anywhere, I can get a screamer pod from it. So you do still have your slinger from World as well, which works in kind of the same way. Now, I don't like that it's gone here because this part of the map is really irritating to fight on. I don't think this bug could be much slower, honestly. So you can probably see there's a part glowing now, so that's a focusable part. So if I use a focus attack on this, I do a big attack and actually break the wounds and get all my extracts back. So a lot of the combat in Wilds does seem to focus around creating wounds, then using focus strikes on the wounds. Another thing they've changed as well is they have changed the input for the descending thrust on Insect Glaive. So it used to be that you did R2 in midair. You now hold circle, which it does feel very unintuitive, I think. See some people enjoying eating a camp cutscene, and as soon as it ends, they literally explode because the monsters just sit there. Yeah, so the way the camps work in Wilds is interesting. You have your main base camps, like the one I showed at the beginning of the stream, but you also have mini pop-up camps that you can make. But monsters can destroy them. Oh, hello. Multiple Balaharas. So like Worlds again, we do have turf wars. That's so cool, man. It's got tons of wounds on it at the minute, so if we can get access to that would be nice. Of course, my extracts have run out again. However, because he's got a wound, if I can hit that with a focus strike, that should get my extracts back. He is very focused on when you fire at the minute. There we go. So we've got the focus strike fully there, and we got all our extracts back from it. I don't run away now. Just got my extracts. So yeah, these little camps over here, the monsters can actually destroy them. One thing that keeps throwing me off with Insect Glaive as well is they have changed around the controls for the aerial attacks. So the slash that goes downwards, so this one, is now on circle instead of triangle. And the helicopter is now triangle instead of circle, which is super confusing and keeps breaking my brain every time I play Insect Glaive. Yeah, that exactly. So as you would expect as well, there is still tons of environmental hazards. There is also a change in weather in the game as well, so the weather in the plains will shift every so often, and that will encourage different monsters to spawn. It will also give you different environmental hazards.
More supplies have been added.
Come on, come over here. A bit more. There you go. And because I'm playing Insect Glaive, my extracts expire as soon as I actually need to attack. Because that's how Insect Glaive works. Yeah, the monsters will destroy your camps very often as well. You can rebuild them. It basically costs research points to build and to repair them. But you'll constantly get pop-ups in the game saying that monsters have destroyed your camps. I think they definitely have slowed down Insect Glaive, and it seems the same with a few other weapons as well. It just feels like the attacks are a little bit slower than the other games. It's definitely a big departure from Rise if you've only played Rise. Well, it looks like he's limping. So we'll shoot him in the ass and see if that stops him. Crazy how good the game looks on your PC. I think PSU looks better than my Wilds demo. It does look really, really pretty. I mean, again, I don't think it looks that much better than World, honestly. But considering the PC I'm using to run this, it should look this good. It does need a lot of optimization, I will say that. I think a lot of people have tried the demo and have just not been able to run it. So this is another thing in Wilds as well. Some monsters run in packs. So there's multiple Dushigamas. So we're hunting the alpha one. I think these are actually 2 alphas, actually. Yes, I think they are. But, there are smaller Dushigamas as well that will run in packs. And you have large dung pods, basically, to scatter the rest of the pack. I swear, every time a monster is vulnerable, I have no insects. I have to say, I'm not really a fan of them giving the green extract back on insect as well. It's never been that useful, really, and it just kind of gets in the way. There we go, we're back. What I found with Insect Glaive is you do tend to rely on this charge tag a lot. I think overall I'm very, very mixed on the Insect Glaive at the minute, which I think a lot of people are as well. I never really played aerial Insect Glaive much in World of Rise. I've always played it more grounded anyway. So the slight nerfing of the aerial attacks isn't really a big deal to me. But I do feel the weapon feels very weird and kind of unintuitive now. I could just because it's new and new controls, but some of the other weapons feel like I like them straight away, where Insect Glaive I'm still really unsure on. Which again is odd because it's now my favourite weapon. GG everyone. So yeah, so you can literally just pick a monster on the map now and then go, right, yeah, okay, I'm going to do a quest for that monster. So we'll let this one end, then we'll see what else is on the map and go after something else. And I'll probably switch weapon. I'll probably try and switch weapon most hunts. How would you resupply at the Sacred? I'm trying to remember how you do it now. I will say the secret controls are a bit strange as well. Like, occasionally it will just start to go into auto controls again. You have to keep telling it to stop. So another thing I didn't show in that hunt is you can actually carry 2 weapons with you in this game as well. So if you press right when you're on the secret, you will switch weapon. And you can do that mid-hunt as well. So it looks like Kilniath, I think you press left on the D-pad when you're on your secret to access the pouch. So since we've got Hammer here, let's go and bonk something. Now you might have heard that the handler Alma said that the weather was going to get worse. That's normally a sign that the environment's about to change, which could mean new monsters spawn. Yeah, anyways, I probably need to go back to camp to eat anywhere. You can also, if you want to, you can just cook out in the open as well and cook food here. So you don't have to go back to camp. So you do have with you a portable barbecue. Because of course you do. So excuse me while I cook my meal in the middle of a sandstorm. Seems like a perfectly safe place to do it. I've got to say as well, like World and Rise, the food looks amazing. Yeah, let's cook with all these metal implements in the middle of a lightning storm. Sounds genius. So this is the adverse weather in this area. And quite often when this weather happens, you'll get the apex of this area cup, which is a monster called Raydao, which has actually just appeared and is over there. So, do you want to go and hunt Raydao? So you probably see there, it just said Chatacabra destroyed your camp. So yeah, we can go after the big scary guy, why not? Yeah, go on then. I don't know how this will go. It's pretty rough.
By order of the guild. Those supplies will help with this quest. Let's be sure to use them.
Yeah, so as far as I know, I think Raydao can only appear during the lightning storms. That was rather close. I don't know if the lightning can actually hit you. I know it can hit monsters. Alright, you big scary boy, let's go. Yeah, so Hammer is very, very fun. If you haven't noticed, this guy hits really hard. Get down. So, Kilniath has fainted. Yeah, this guy is very scary. Really cool monster though. I really like his design actually. How he kind of moves his horns to like aim the lightning at you. Quite glad I dodged that. So there is also a little visual thing in Wild as well, where if you're in danger of getting hit by an attack that could kill you, your health bar will kind of flash red. Ow. So what we'll do is we will heal. got a flinch. Didn't like that. I don't really know how I dodged that, but I'll take it. Monster is easy with the lance because you can block everything. That is such a scary attack. So obviously again with hammer you can use focus mode as well. Hammer is so cool here. I want to try it so bad. I really like hammer in this. I've always liked it in Worlds and Rise as well, but I don't know, I really enjoy it in this game. I'm just wondering how long it is before I accidentally launch someone. Yeah, one of the big things with hammer is, particularly for things like the spinning bludgeon, they've removed a lot of the sort of recovery from the end of it. So it feels a lot more mobile now. Yeah, probably want to move that. Jesus. We did not move enough. This may take a few attempts. What's the difference with hammer? Hammer, it's quite subtle changes, honestly. So there is a thing now called I think Mighty Charge, which you can do after a big bang combo. Apart from that, it just seems like a lot of minor changes, so a lot of things like reducing cooldowns from the end of attacks. Oof. Well, we can run that back. There's mainly like 2 or 3 attacks he has that are the dangerous ones. I think if you can avoid those, it's not too bad. I think I have low thunder resistance.
I'm glad you're all right. Take a second to restock your supplies before heading out, okay?
That'll give us a chance to change some weapons around. So was it switch axe you wanted me to try, Jack? Big bang combo sounds like a spicy KFC order. And secondary, we can go with dual blades. Okay. And the only weapons I might not be able to play is charge blade and hunting horn because I'm hopeless with them. I've never known how to play them since World. He immediately railguns when I'm stuck in animation. I mean, that's what he does. You have -5 thunder resistance. I mean, I don't think thunder resistance will do a whole lot anyway, because he is obviously designed to be quite difficult. You know, he's the apex of the area and you're in basically starter gear, so... So what have we got now? I think Rage Hour's gone for the time being. So we have another Dutch Agamer. We have Chatacabra. And we have a Balahara. So the theme is Savannah, Africa. For this map at least, yeah. There is a few locales they've shown in trailers. This is just the first one. So there is a locale that's like a forest, unsurprisingly. And there's another one they've just announced recently, which is, I think they called it Oil Well Basin, which is like an underground cave area. Alright, so let's have a look. Sad you only played the beta one time, can't even test out your graphics anymore because you're internet. Yeah, it sucks that you're having internet problems. Hopefully you get it sorted out soon. So let's go for Valhalla next.
Commencing quest by order of the guild. A supply shipment's come in. Hope you find something useful.
But yeah, I think so far my impressions of this are pretty good. The first time I played it, I wasn't too impressed, but I think it's because I started with Insect Glaive and it was a little bit disappointing originally. I'm starting to get used to how the Insect Glaive plays now a little bit more, but still not 100% sure on it. But there are some of the weapons in the game that I really like. Hi, Zel. Oh, there's Chatacabra. Don't actually know if I can get out that way. Might not be able to. The map is a little bit weird in this, so there are some areas that your Sacred seems to be able to jump off and some areas it can't, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind.
Yeah, so we'll try Switch Axe first. Bear in mind, I'm still getting used to a lot of the weapons in this because a lot of them have changed quite a bit. Switch Axe is still kind of similar. The basic moveset has changed slightly though. So now it seems like you don't have there's like an upswing with Axe. It seems like they've changed that out for a different move. So you can see it's now that the double hit instead. You still do have the wild swing, and you still got the axe hit at the end, if it lets me do it. Rude. It's actually a really strong Balahara, actually. So there is a thing with this game where the monsters can actually have varying strength as well. Is there any birds around here for screamer pods? No. Also, the ground can subside as well. So the environment is super dangerous now. You've still got that upswing. So the one where it's triangle and circle, that's still there. That's now what's called an offset rising slash. So offset attacks are a kind of attack where if you can land it as a monster's about to hit you, sometimes you'll knock the monster reeling. Now the slight issue is we now have two Balaharas, and it's almost impossible to tell which one's which. It does tell you on the map, thankfully, so that one of them has like a little icon above it to show you which one you're actually hunting. Which is probably for the best. Try and get rid of that one. I would like to, go into sword mode at some point, but every time I try, he keeps roaring. Oh, wow. That was greed. Total greed. So maybe going for the elemental discharge was not the play there. Keep forgetting about the focus mode. Yeah, focus mode, from what I can tell, does seem fairly important. Because if you make a wound and break it, which you can do by attacking it in focus mode, you can get a free knockdown on the monster. Nice. I love the mount attack with switch axe, it's so brutal. I swear, every time I go for elemental discharge. Gotta say, this Balahara is very strong. They do differ in strength quite a lot. See what I mean? Alright. I think it's quite hard to dodge with a switch axe. I think it's also because the builds in this basically don't have any skills you would typically use. So you don't have anything like... When I play switch axe, I tend to use a Vade Extender with it. Just to give the hops a bit more range. We will kill a monster at some point. I think the other one's coming back over actually as well, so we might have to be careful of that. Yeah, it's like an AoE nuke, isn't it? So, yeah, we need to be very careful of that. I'm convinced the monsters have like predictive AI and they can just tell when you're trying to go for an elemental discharge. There, I got one off. If you hold wild string for 3 hits, then hit triangle, you can get power axe. Yeah, so power axe is still in this. I think the one's come back again. Can you do your Attack on Titan Dual Blade Sky? Sure. So you can see you can change weapon mid-quest. It's also set on the radial menu now, so if you use a healing item, it will use what it considers the optimal healing item. So if you've only lost a little bit of health, it'll use a potion. If you've used a lot more health, it'll use a mega potion. Yeah, the super dung bomb is ridiculous. We'll just get rid of that guy. Balahara, what are you doing? I hit Chakabra with the dung pod and Balahara ran away. Get back here. Yeah, the super dung bomb is disgusting. I think you're meant to use it if you're fighting a pack of monsters. Right, okay, you've got a wound, that's ideal. So let's try and do the Attack on Titan move. There we go. Oh, he's got another wound there. We can do it again. Oh, that was a bit too close. Oh, the wound's been destroyed. Can we get that one? Yeah, we can. It is incredible amount of edge. So apart from that, dual blades do play quite similar. You've still got the usual stuff like demon mode, you know, you've still got your blade flurries and your blade dance. Yeah, I've added a bit more onto it now though as well. So I do like dual blades. I think they're pretty interesting in Wilds. So you can actually knock them down when they're up on here if you can hit them with a slinger. Unfortunately, the only slinger ammo I've got at the minute is a dung pod, which I'll just scare it away. I do feel in this that the monsters do run a lot. There you go. Chatacabra has destroyed the camp again. There we go. We've got some screaming pods now. There is a lot of commitment to the blade dance, so the last part of it does have a large amount of time where you can't really move, so you are committing to it. Back in Nares and Cotton Well with the beta downloading, I may miss it. I think it's running until... I think the beta ends at about 3 o'clock this morning for the UK. So you might be able to get some runs in at least, potentially. If not, then the actual game, I think, is end of February. You guys can play. Yeah, you're not the only one, Drac. I know a lot of people have been really struggling with this game to get it to run. Any wounds? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like his tail's a bit of a weak point, actually. One thing to note is that if you played Rise, your mount, your Sacred in this doesn't function like the dogs in Rise, so it won't actually help you in combat. You can still call it during combat though, so if you get knocked down, you can call your Sacred while you're down, and you can get to do like a quick recovery. Didn't like that, did you? Yeah, dual blades are basically a beta blade now. Is he running away again? Please. Surprised your PC can run it, to be honest. Tried on high settings, but you didn't want your PC to blow because it was using 90% of your CPU and GPU. I mean, using a lot of your GPU isn't really an issue. But yeah, it is a very, very hard game to run well. You can try using things like frame generation. that will generally get you a lot more FPS, but there is some downsides with that. I know a lot of people who use frame gen, myself included, do get like a horrible ghosting effect. I think someone got a tail sever. Nice one. There's a wound somewhere. Yep, there is that. Any opportunity I get to do the attack on Titan, I'm doing it. I still don't think there's any slinger ammo I can use around here. Love that coin though. Yeah, the beta ends. It's early morning for me, so this is pretty much the last day of it. I'm quite glad I dodged that. So even though this guy's like obviously an early game monster, it is kind of crazy that he can do a lot of damage. There we go. We finally managed to get one.
Don't forget, you can carve materials from severed parts.
Can also now, for no particular reason, you can now actually walk on the monster and carve while you're on top of it. Can you still do the crazy mid-air thing with dual birds? Isn't really enough of a ramp to do it though. What I like about this game is the armor looks nice, even though there's 3 sets. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is mostly like the starter armor I'm using, and it honestly looks really good. I think the body piece is the Chatacabra, and the legs are from Balahara. But for like early game armor, it does look really good. Should probably carve that tail as well. You'll be able to play it in February. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, I realise it's really, really difficult to run this on PC at the minute. So I think honestly, I think a lot of people will be playing it on console. Which from what I've seen does seem to run fine. I mean, it's not going to run solid at 60 FPS, I don't think, but it's a way of playing it. Hopefully, I will say, hopefully they do some tweaks to this. I know Capcom have said that the current version of the game that they're developing at the minute has better performance than the open beta. So that is encouraging. PS5 is running at a solid 60. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I genuinely don't know why Capcom decided to have the specs so high for this game, for the requirements, because it just seems ridiculous, honestly. That's very rude. Can't believe my PC lost to a PS5. Right, so let's see, what now? I think I'll probably switch weapons up again. Use the big dung bomb. Look at that. Is this what it's devolved into? I just realised it's like a horrible... There's a horrible pool on the ground around that tail. That's disgusting. I like how this recoil. Yeah, recoil from don't. Right, let's see. What can we do next? So, we do have Chitacabra, potentially. Chitacabra is like the super easy monster, but we haven't done him yet. I guess we could do him. I think I will go back to camp though and change weapons first. So I want to try a few weapons out while I'm in. Join the big lobby and select 5 people immediately on the PS5. Yeah, I say it's really, really weird how the how it all works. One thing I don't like about the map is that the map rotates depending on the direction you're facing. I don't know if you can change that, but it's quite off-putting sometimes to try and figure out where you actually are. So I'll just go back to base camp for now. Alright, let's see. What haven't I tried? I should probably try a longsword at some point. I've heard that it's really overpowered, but I should probably try it at some point. So yeah, let's try longsword. It's weird with random people doing emotes when you're in a hunt. Yeah, you can filter that, so you kind of filter it so that only your hunt chat shows up, but I agree it is quite strange to just see like other people randomly chatting while you're hunting. Because when they said it was a 100 player, I had visions of it being that you would run out into the world or the wilds, so to speak, and that you would see other players hunting, but it's not the case. If you run outside, you will literally see no one if you're on your own. You have to be in a party with people to actually see other hunters outside, which is it's a bit strange when you run out from a camp that's got loads of people in it to just running outside and there being no one. But you know, given how the game runs, I can't imagine it would run too well if there was 100 people running around outside. Bowgun. Do you want light bowgun or heavy bowgun? It is kind of like NGS, but to be honest though, with NGS, if you run out of, say, Central City, you know, you can run into other random players. Obviously, it won't be everyone that's on it. It'll be up to, what is it, about 32 or so. But you will see other random players that it puts you in essentially like an instance lobby with. Where in this, there will be no one unless you ask your party. Can you use gun lance since I can't play it anymore? Go on then. Tell you what then, we'll do gun lance and one of the bow guns. Let's try heavy. What would be best for a noob? I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, the issue with bow guns is it's not that you take more damage, but you take less elemental damage with ranged weapons, but you take less physical damage with melee weapons. So because of that, you kind of take more with bow guns. So do I actually have any ammo with me? I just saw someone on the random chat say Lance is goated. absolutely burst. Sword and shield is clutch. You can drink potions while blocking. Just have your shield up like... Yeah, we'll try these first, and then maybe after this hunt we'll ditch one of the weapons for Lance. So, what have we got? There's a very strong Dushaguma. We've just done Balahara, so I'd rather not do that. There are also two Chattacabras right next to each other. And they're both the same strength. Get the feeling if I played, you'd just be rolling around with intermittent pot shots. If you want to do rolling around with pot shots, then I'd probably go more towards light bow gun. It's a hard game to learn at first, but when you know the weapon combos, you'll be fine. Yeah, it just takes a while to get used to how the weapons play. The way I would describe it is a lot of the weapons feel very heavy and weighty. And there's a lot of moves that will leave you wide open, so you have to sort of really think about when to use certain moves. Yeah, they have changed some things around from World, so it is throwing me off as well. Right, let's have a look. Do you want to try this Doshagama? There is only a few monsters in the beta at the minute, so there is only Balahara, Chattacabra, Doshagama, and Raidou. And as I said, Raidou only appears now and again, so... we can try that, I guess. 40 minutes to kill it. Doshagama. Close enough. Go on then. He is a very strong one, so could be scary.
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today.
There's also a Doshagama pack has just appeared as well, so hopefully it's not the one that we're going after. There are these routes on the map as well, that these are only accessible by the Sacred, so... can also glide with the Sacred as well. It's just funny it has Shag in the name. Alright, so Gunlance time. So one thing about Gunlance is you can actually move while shelling now. Yeah, you are very strong. A lot of it is very similar to World Gunlance, I would say. Yeah, honestly, one of the big changes with Gunlance is the fact that you can slightly move while you're shelling. It's not a big movement, it's just like a little sidestep you can do. But it does help a bit. You are super strong. You are very scary. You got the triangle circle. What for full burst? I think it still has full burst. Let's see. See if it lets me do it. There we go. We've got a power clash. It's so badass. Yeah, there you go. So you've still got full burst. can also shell up to 5 or 6 times now as well. Yeah, there is things like the sweep as well. The one criticism I've got of this monster is sometimes it's actually hard to tell when it's attacking you and when it's just like moving weird. I did say turf war, but I think it might be another Dust Shagama that's in a turf war. I think you can shoot with the sweep. Do also still have Wyvern Fire as well. I think you still have Wormstake as well, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet on this. So I know in World you could just do it from like 3 shells would make you Wormstake, but that's not the case in Wilds. So I need to look up to see how to do that. Can also obviously charge shells as well. He does have a wound on his back, but that's going to be very hard to get to. Don't like how you can't see its eyes. I did see someone say that the face on this looks like an arse, and I can't unsee it. You can also SOS flare in this, so you know if you do want to play it solo, you can SOS and other players will join you. The way it works in this as well is it kind of has a similar system to Rise. So Rise, if you've played that, you'll know it has like an NPC system where you can bring NPC hunters along. So for that, the way it works for SOS is if you SOS and no one joins, it will give you NPC hunters instead, which actually seemed pretty good from what I'm saying.
I gathered some materials too. Check your sacred's pouch.
Yeah, I quite like gun lance in this for the most part. It doesn't feel, to me, it doesn't feel radically different from previous games. Somehow managed to miss that completely. Are the NPC hunters better than some players then? Probably. But to be fair, they're probably better than me at the minute. I'm really bad in this game at the minute. Blades up gun lance differently, like you use triangle, circle. Also, do you like the pork shell strat? He's just totally ignoring me at the minute. Okay, I lied. He is not totally ignoring me. I'm sure I was at the bar so low, Satan will trip on it. Have you actually played a Monster Hunter before, LJP, or would it be your first one? Yeah, so you can still do the pork shell strat as well. That does work. Oh, nice mount. Interestingly, the monsters do seem to lash out a bit when they're mounted as well, so if you get near them, sometimes they'll actually hit you. You tried Rise for a split second, you did not understand it. Yeah, Rise is honestly quite a different game. I mean, the fundamentals are kind of similar, but there is a lot of stuff in Rise that is not like a typical Monster Hunter. You had a demo for it on Switch. Nice if I can get the focus attack, but the wound is on top of him, which is problematic. I didn't mind Rise. I mean, in base game Rise, I did not like the Rampage quests. I really did not enjoy those at all. Might be able to get there, maybe. No, not quite. It's a really awkward place for a wound, that. These sand dunes are really, really awkward to fight on as well. You slide all over the place on them, and they subside as well. It honestly kind of feels like the world is out to get you as much as the monsters.
More supplies have been added.
See, I'm trying to hit his head there, and I keep sliding every time I'm getting it. If you're on mount, you can hold a triangle. There's a few options you've got for the mount on this, yeah. So you can either stab with your hunting knife by doing triangle, or you can weapon attack with R1, or you can I think you can hold triangle for, I think it's that for like a mount finisher you can do. I think you can hold R1 potentially as well. There's a few options you've got. From what I've seen so far, it seems like the main reason you're mounting this is not so much for the knockdown, but a really easy way to get wounds. Oh, you mean when you're on the Sacred? Yeah, so you do have riding attacks as well, so that's what you mean. So you can actually attack while you're on the mount. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it's good for getting like little pot shots off. You can also do dismount attacks as well, so we'll see if I can do one of those. Totally missed, but you get the idea. Was he limping there? Oh, do you have a wound on your face? Oh, it's been destroyed. So when you do a focus strike, it will destroy the wound. So there is a downside to doing it as well, but generally the upside of doing the focus strikes is usually worth doing them. Yeah, so you can literally turn your gun lance into a drill with a focus strike. Gun lance is pretty cool, honestly. Nice, got part brick. Can you just stay on the mount and shoot? I haven't really tried it a lot because I haven't used the range weapons a great deal. From what I've seen, I think in the trailers they showed one of the bow guns doing it though. Yeah, we'll just like run away. Lances are too clunky for you any iteration. The funny thing about Lance is it's a weird weapon. It feels really clunky when you play it initially. Once you know how to play Lance properly though, it's actually a really mobile weapon. I've never seen it do that attack. That is a new one. Yeah, Lance is actually quite mobile. So you can use things like, there's these things called guard dashes. That's how you can't block. I've honestly, I've never seen Dushagama do that attack before. So now we know. Brave SectionSkyly ran away. He did use Earthquake. Don't run away when I'm about to full burst you. It looked more like Fisher than Earthquake. Try Bowgun now for LJP. Fair enough. I've never tried heavy Bowgun, by the way, so this is totally new to me as well. Probably OP like usual. It would not surprise me. Okay, so they have changed how to switch ammo, so that is not a good start. Or it's just Legolas moment. Alright, let's try this. Wyvern Heart actually seems fairly alright in this. Oh, he's really selling that limp. So how do I actually switch ammo then? You used to do it by unless you do it this way. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. I think it's kind of similar to World. I'll try that. Heavy machine gun. I mean, it is a heavy machine gun. You're not wrong. This is the one I need to get back into Monster Hunter. I fell off a bit before Iceborne. Yeah, honestly, I mean, if you like World, Aether, I think Wild is definitely closer to World than Rise. And the movie said that guns don't work on a monster. It's because they weren't using ball guns, you say they were using proper guns. Why is it called ball gun? It doesn't even shoot arrows. Who knows? Turn around to Shagama. I would like to shoot you with this. Is there a release date already? Yeah, it's the end of February. I can't remember the exact date, but it's end of February. Shoot him in the ass. Well, I still hit him from that. That's really long range. Bullets are just arrows, but smaller. Lord, he's desyncing. Yeah, it's somewhere on February 28th, somewhere on there. Oh, there's another Doshagama. You go where? Well, there's a whole lot in here. Yeah, so this is a Doshagama pack. They're still asleep though, so we're fine. That's interesting. So you can't use those bullets at very close range. They have to have a bit of distance. And there we go. Further out than I thought, but I'm excited either way. Honestly, I'm fine with being February. It gives me time to work on it a bit. For the most part, it's a really good beta, but there are a few issues with it, particularly with the performance on PC. GG, everyone. Maybe try and do a Chatacabra next, because we haven't done one of those yet. Casual Beast Gem. There is also a really funny glitch with this apparently, where apparently if you use a weapon that has a shield and you block, when you use your shield your character turns ugly. I don't know why that is, but I've seen a few people post that. I'm glad that monsters are not ghosts anymore, you can climb it. It's so you can assert dominance on them. You dropped a lot of items.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind.
Do a T-pose on top of the monster. I mean, if you're not climbing on top of them and asserting dominance, you're really playing the game properly. Yeah, so I don't mind heavy bowgun. Seems fine. Not my favourite weapon I've tried though. There is a way to make a cat meow instead of talk, which is nice. There is. That was one of the first things I did. I can't stand the cats talking. Yeah, I immediately made my cat meow instead. So it sounds like the weather's going to get bad again, so there's a chance that radar might show up. Perfect time to have another meal. Make a vegan meal, veggies only. I think there is a way. There is a vegan meal in the game, because I've seen some people have like a vegetable meal. I don't know how you do it. Every time I've tried it, it's just done the meat instead. Grilling meat is different. You burnt some. Oh, we've got the lightning storm again. So is radar going to show up? Chatacabra has left, so does that mean radar is going to turn up? I like how your character sort of reacts to the wind as well. It's really cool. Attention to detail is crazy. Just make the meat lettuce. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to camp, change weapons around. This is what I mean. So you can see now the map has kind of rotated. So now the camp is over here. Do they speak with Nya? So you have a choice. So you can either have them speak in human speak, or you can have them make cat noises. Show the power of the lance. I'll take longsword through the one because I haven't tried that yet. Even though I feel dirty taking longsword. Also, the NPC with the glasses is just Kason. Oh, they do it in Morrowind as well. Oh, cool. Yeah, so Alma is your handler in Wilds. And she is infinitely better than the handler in World. Alma can handle me any day. To be honest, Kilniath, I think most people have been down bad for Gemma, the blacksmith. Which is her. People were extremely down bad for Gemma. So, surprise. Oh, Radar is back. Do you want to try Radar again? Also, if I just set longsword to my primary. I have. So, longsword, lance, that's fine. You want to run it back? I mean, we can try. Again, I'm promising nothing here. He's really, really strong.
Are you prepared?
Did I actually stock up on potions as well? Because that's probably important. No, I didn't. Let's do that. Much better. He's slowly working out the interface. The interface is taking a little bit getting used to, for sure. He's very far away. Do I have a camp nearby I can use? that hasn't been destroyed. The answer to that is no. Oh, you can actually pick up traps now. I didn't know that. Yeah, I think he's in his nest at the minute. No more, oh, I missed the monster and then wait 10 minutes for the trap to go away. Oh, hi, Connor. So we have 4 people. Whether we can beat Raid out, I don't know, but we can try. The lightning around the rock gave you Halo 4 vibes. Honestly, I think the environments in this look fantastic. Alright, well, let's try longsword first, I guess. So, ideal. Never played longsword in Wild. Immediately goes and fights the hardest monster in the demo. What could go wrong? Gonna head out for dinner. Have fun. Oh, no worries, Drax. See you later. Alright, time to see if longsword works anything like as previously. I'm very upset that I didn't get that. So you probably see there that he actually whipped me with his tail while someone was mounting him. So the monsters actually do attack while someone's on them now. He's still trying to take pot shots at people as well. Which I do like that. There's no reason why the monster wouldn't just still try and attack people. I don't think it's worth risking that. I think we're better off healing. That was terrifying. I tried dodging. I do wonder if there's a way of... I wonder if you can sheath and Superman dive that in time. You missed classic Monster Hunter when Great Sword didn't have Tri-Charge Slash. Yeah, I mean, the only classic one I played is Gen Ult, which I know is not really that old. Yeah, I think next time he tries that attack, I might try sheathing and Superman diving. I did notice in this that the Superman dive feels different though. It kind of feels like it comes out a lot faster, but I don't know if that means it has a lot less frames of activity. So far, Longsword is feeling very similar to World Night Spawn. That's brutal attack because the lightning follow-up attacks. Sometimes simple is best like PSO. Oh yeah, totally agree. It seems like wherever he's attacking with his charge path, it's leaving lightning bolts. I don't know if that's a thing that's unique to this part of the area or if it's just something that Radar does. You would fly away when I'm doing a spirit combo.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind.
I do like Radar as a monster though. I think he has a really cool design. The Fade Slash now seems to give you loads of Spirit Gauge. Okay, so it does seem that when you've got red Spirit Gauge, you get a totally different moveset, which is really interesting. Oh, let's try it. Let's go on. So it looks like we still have Helen Breaker, we still have the EI Slash as well. Okay, we just about got it. So it actually looks like, yeah, it looks like the red gauge does drain quite quickly. I mean, Longsword, as usual, feels very, very mobile. I'm quite glad I didn't get hit by that. Yeah, it seems like once you get into red Spirit Gauge, your standard moveset changes a lot. Not gonna lie, Longsword seems kind of busted. For the love of God, heal. He does have a wound on his tail. That's kind of cool. That's very interesting. It seems like you can actually delay the last hit of the Spirit Round Slash. Let's see if I can do that again. Yes, I can hold it. That's really interesting. So you can actually delay the Spirit Round Slash and hold on to it. Yeah, longsword seems really good. Which I'm not surprised about because longsword's been ridiculous in the last few games. Okay, so we still have the Farsight Slash as well. Apologies for me being incredibly rusty. It's been a long time since I've really played Monster Hunter much. I know I've done the odd stream of World here and there, but realistically I haven't played it seriously for a long time. Probably since, like, Iceborne. Going for the greed. The greed did not pay off. So I'd say Kanna's using bow at the minute, and bow is a really interesting weapon. So its actual main moveset is very similar to the last few games, but it now has a thing called tracer arrows, where if you hit with a tracer, if you then shoot normal arrows, they will actually like, act as homing arrows and lock onto where the tracer is. Since we use longsword for a bit, let's switch up. Let's just pop a heal first. See, I got a lance and he runs away straight away. He's just scared of all the lance. He's not scared. Don't just stare at me ominously. So one thing about Lance is that the focus strike is actually super useful even if you can't actually hit anything. Because it dashes forward and does a shield dash, so it's good for repositioning. It also does impact damage as well, so you can knock out the monsters with it really easily. Ow. Save me, Vigor Wasp. So Vigor Wasps aren't as useful in this now. They used to give you like a nice boost of health straight away, but they don't really now. They just give you like regen. Nice dunk. So mobs do gain resistance to things like flash pods as well, so if you keep using flashes they will get more and more resistant to them. Which again is like a lot of the other games really. That was extremely scary. I'm glad he missed that. Surprised you're not doing the fourth poke. Yeah, I'm so used to doing 3. I think you can do more in this, can't you? Is it only on triangle pokes? Ah, yeah, it is. That's why. It's because I tend to use the circle pokes more often, usually with Lance. But it seems like it might be only on triangle pokes. I really don't like the idea of fighting him here. It seems like the worst possible place to fight him. Oh god, Balahara got destroyed. I'm so sorry, Balahara. Yeah, this is a terrible bit of terrain to fight in. Circle is like a thrust upwards for the fourth poke. So that's one thing you can do. So if you get knocked down, you can actually call your secret while you're down to come and pick you up. That's a good way of getting out of danger. I'm not really sure what's going on with Balahara. He seems to be having difficulties. Nice flash. I don't really agree that should have hit me there, to be honest, but game says it did, so yeah, the perfect guard is super useful. Honestly, I'm still getting used to lancing in this game because I'm more used to playing Rise Lance. In Rise, I tended to use the insta block for Lance quite a lot. Kind of sad that's not in the game. I do like the version of Lance in this game though. Home stretch.
I gathered some materials too. Check your sacred's pouch.
I will say that the shift in the weather on the maps is very sudden. So again, Chakabra has destroyed another one of my camps. I think, are we near a vine trap here? Yes, we are. So if we can drag him over here, that would be great. He can be a bit awkward to lure because sometimes he will just shoot you with the lightning instead. Fighting through a day and night cycle looks fun. Yeah, I think it's just in this area of the world, in Wilds, it's just meant to be that in most of the maps that the weather changes instantly. Are the camps temporary or permanent? Monsters can destroy them. So when a monster destroys it, you have to rebuild it. It just costs research points to rebuild. Oh, I can see a skull on his icon. He's nearly done. Are we actually going to get Radau? That was an amazing pitfall trap. Whoever laid that, well done. There is a wound on him, but it's really awkward to hit. I actually got it. What platform you on? Heard lots of moaning about PC performance. I'm on PC. A lot of people are having a lot of issues with performance on PC. For the record, I said at the beginning of the stream, but I'm using quite a high-end PC, really, so I'm not too bad for performance. Having said that, it's still not performing as nice as I would like it to. I can get it to run at 120 FPS. I at 1440p, but that's with a lot of tweaking. And I'm using AMD 7900 XTX. But yeah, the PC version is not well optimized at all, it seems. It does look really nice though if you can get it to run on PC. It's just a lot of people are having issues with it. Thankfully, it's crossplay, so if you can't play it on PC, you still play on console. Even with Sky's beefy PC, you can see some stuttering sometimes. There is a little bit now and again, yeah. I mean, obviously the stream will reduce a little bit more as well. Okay, yeah, so the fourth poke on the circle pokes is like the old, it looks like the old counter thrust from World. Wasn't really sure what he was doing there. I don't really know what happened there, but I'm playing very cautious now. Don't want to screw things up right at the end. He's running again. Tend to get the PS5 Pro because you play a lot of Monster Hunter. I mean, I would imagine that this game is probably optimized for PS5. You know, there are signs that it's leaning towards PlayStation because I know, for example, the pre-order bonuses, there is extra ones for doing it on PS5. So I would imagine PS5 Pro will play it pretty well. It's hard to tell because I don't think the Pro's out yet. Is it soon it's coming out? Oh, you finally finished the Ep 4 lore videos, Minsk. I know. Did I remember to bring any bombs? Oh, killing you have to walk the boss up. I would like to just totally do a disrespect kill if I can and try and kill him with a knife, but I probably shouldn't. Yeah, so he leaves like static electricity on the floor. That's kind of cool. Quite glad a Superman dive that. Hey, nice one. Yeah, so at the minute he's the scariest monster in the beta. But I really like that fight. He has a lot of like very obvious tells, but there's a lot of very dangerous moves he does as well, so it's pretty cool. Then you have to walk it up with a full greatsword charge it, which traditionally does more damage than bombs. What you could do is you could try and hit it so that it hits the bomb as well, if you can. It's kind of hard to do, but is it a true charge slash though? Sad thing, did you do the full combo and hit it with the last hit of the true charge? For record, I can't do that either. I always mess it up when I try. Feels very generous for item drops in this. I don't know if it's because it's the beta. or whether you're just going to need a lot more items to make stuff, but I got about 2 or 3 plates from him there. GG, that was fun. Neutralizing his electricity with the grounding pods was effective. Yeah, there's a lot of new slinger ammo in this, which seems quite cool. So I know the grounding pods here do neutralize the electricity that radar does, which is really, really cool little interaction. You can go to the true charge with pressing circle when using the regular charge. Yeah, the way I normally do it is I'll start the first charge, then do a tackle to skip to the last bit. Stakes at the end of PS Episode 4 don't feel as high as 1 and 2. They do flesh out characters more. It's quite good character development in Ep 4. But yeah, I do find that the story in Ep 4 generally isn't as good as Episode 1 and 2. So we do have a Chatacabra. We haven't done him yet, so should we just do Chatacabra? He won't last very long, but... what I should do, though... I'm actually going to go back to one of my little pop-up camps, actually, because I'll show that. Post a new video I didn't know. I did post it in the Discord. Yeah, so for anyone who watches the PSO stuff, I am starting a new little series. It won't be every week, so I'll probably do it once every couple of weeks. But I'm going through all the side story quests as well. Once I've done all those, I really don't know what we'll do for PSO videos because I kind of feel like I'm getting to the point where I think I've covered pretty much everything. Where am I going? Somehow I ran straight past it. There we go. Yeah, so this is one of the pop-up camps. Break down and cover all of Ep 3. I am planning to do an Ep 3 video. I think the way I'm going to do that, though, is I'm probably going to take an overview of the story because I can't play through the whole of Ep 3 on 2 different storylines with multiple branching paths. Let's try light bowgun. Manage items UI is nice. Yeah, the UI has been overhauled quite a bit. Again, I'm not touching Charge Blade or Hunting Horn because I do not know how to play them. I will try to learn them once the proper game comes out. Yes, there is a few of those I can do, LJP. For Akiko's, I need to do all of the quests first, so I guess doing the side story playthrough probably works, because then once I've done that, I'll be able to do how to get Akiko's. Sure, you can. What about Sword and Shield? I have no idea how to play Sword and Shield. I played it a little bit in World, but not much. Yeah, we've got light bowgun here as well. There is no normal bowgun. There's just light or heavy. There is another Monster Hunter game with medium bowgun, but I can't remember which one it is. It's like the only one. Oh, it's Try, okay. Yeah, I've never played Try. So what have we got? There is a Chatacabra there. Let's just do that. Can you try boar? Sure, we'll do both. We'll do light boar grunt and boar then. Oh, you meant boar as in the pullback and fire type? Okay. Alright, let's go and hunt a frog. There is actually 2 of them on the map, so if we kill one, we could just do the other one, maybe. I do like Chatacabra. He's a really cool sort of starter monster. He's not very dangerous at all, but he's cool.
Quest by order of the guild. A supply shipment's come in. Hope you find something useful.
Open the full game, you can customize your secret. I think they hinted that you might be able to change the decoration that's on it, maybe. Out of curiosity, can the secret run up this? No. Shocking. There he is. I love this guy. He's such a cool monster. Let's try spread ammo. That is a lot of recoil. So I'm guessing this bowgun is not designed for spread. Yeah, this is definitely not a spread bowgun. Noted. What about Pierce? Not bad. I'm gonna get 2 shots though. So what can we do for wounds with light bowgun? Not bad. So special ammo, is that the Weapon Blast Mines? Yes it is. Okay. Let's just try the normal ammo. So normal ammo now actually shoots kind of rapid fire. It probably depends on the bowgun, I'm guessing, if it's anything like World. Yeah, so this guy won't really put up much of a threat because he is literally the easiest monster in the game. Oh hi, he's brought a friend. He clearly did not appreciate the disrespect and brought his friend along. Do you plan on playing Krieg's Front, very similar to Front Mission 3 that you played? So I did see a little bit about Krieg's Front. It looks quite interesting, so I might check it out at some point. I mean, honestly, it looked kind of more impressive than the Front Mission 3 remakes looking, so... Sir, I'm trying to shoot you in the face. Could you please look at me when I'm trying to shoot you? Totally whiffed that. That does a lot of damage. Yeah, totally missed. So there is quite a long wind up on the shot, so you do need to be kind of open for it. There we go. So it actually uses your Wyvern Blast mines, which is interesting. So you can actually fire them now. I think you could fire them in Rise as well, but it worked a bit different. Light Bowgun seems pretty cool. Nine out of 10 Photon Crystals using an attempt to upgrade from 20 to 30 hit. Yeah, I feel that. I haven't tried it too much myself, but I know the rates are really low once you get to like the higher hit. Front mission remakes are insanely bad, to be honest. The Krieg front mechanics look way better than the graphic, even though the graphics isn't the best. Yeah, I've only seen a little bit about Krieg's front, but it does look interesting. I mean, for Front Mission, I've only really played Front Mission 3 a great deal. I played the Front Mission 1 remake a bit as well, but I didn't like it. Front Mission 3 is one of my favourite games ever. I love that game. What's this chaser shot? Okay. We clearly bought an SMG. Okay, this makes Light Bowgun pretty interesting. Just spray it with bullets. Yeah, Light Bowgun seems very good. Only bad thing about Front Mission 3 is Kazuki. It looked fun when you play it on stream. Yeah, Kazuki is super annoying. Yeah, look at him. He's so peaceful. It's such a shame we're going to have to wake him up. I love that the gestures keep going as well. So you can actually run around and keep doing the gesture now. She looks so excited. Alright, time to wake him up. When you were playing it the first time, like 7 or 8, you thought Ryogo was a girl. I think pretty much everyone who's seen Front Mission 3 has thought that now. I thought it when I played it the first time as well. Oh, poor guy. I really like Chakabra. He's cool. So we'll use Ball in the next one. After we finish a certain dominance. Oh, there we go. Doshagama has discovered one of my camps. Is Doshagama going to destroy my camp again? Probably. Doshagama has destroyed your camp. I can see me having to use a lot of research points to rebuild the camps. It is unfortunate. Yeah, Light Bowgun seems pretty fun. His revenge for killing his friend. Alright, so I think for the next one I'll use Bow. I've got it with me anywhere, so... What is on the map now? We have a Balahara in a giant sand pit, so we do need to be a little bit careful of that. We have another Chakabra and a Doshagama, probably the one that's just destroyed my camp. Does anyone have any preference for a monster to do next? We've literally killed everything in the beta, so I'm happy to do anything now. Kill the dust shagger and get revenge for destroying the camp. Fair enough. It's a bit of a weaker one this time as well, so...
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared?
There we go. So the circuit will just automatically go towards the objective, so you can see I'm not controlling that now. So it is automatic. It's a bit like the radar rides from World. But I can also take over manual list here if I want to. So I'll switch over to boat. Oh, it's this sand dune again. So boat's very interesting now. So boat, you don't actually have an item for coatings anymore. The way it works is you add them when you want to, use them, and then it seems like by attacking you regen them. So let's just put the coatings on straight away. So you've got your normal shots like you do in, say, World. You do also have the evade as well that you can use to dash. So you can still do the sort of dash dancing like you used to do in World. Well, the new thing you can do now is you can use what are called tracer shots. So you charge up and then you ready a tracer. So if I shoot him with a tracer shot now, I'll probably have to do another one now because the tracer does seem to go if you get hit. So if I hit him with another tracer now and then shoot an arrow, you can see they all loop towards the tracer. So I don't even need to aim. I can literally just do this and it will auto aim towards the tracer until the tracer gets destroyed. And then you can just put another tracer in. And this kind of feels like how you're just going to play bow. I think a lot of people are just going to use tracers constantly. Considering you're only a 2 strength just Shagama, you are quite strong. This is another really cool thing with Wilds as well. Sometimes the little monsters will actually gang up on the big ones, which is super cool. I love seeing things like this. Bow might be a good weapon for LJP, maybe. You can obviously keep your distance, and you can use things like the Tracer. You do also have things like, you know, you've got your 1,000 Dragon shot from Iceborne. You've also got things like... so you can use things like your Dragon Piercer as well, so that there is those things from World and Iceborne still there. Honestly, the normal shots feel very underwhelming, but the fact that you've got the Tracer and can just fire homing shots just seems ridiculous. I know a few people are saying that I think bow might be a bit overpowered at the minute, but the thing is, you know, it is a beta test, so we are still testing a lot of things out. I imagine a lot of weapons will probably get rebalanced before release. Like the gameplay so far, it'll be a toss-up between light bow gun and bow. The range weapons are really cool. Particularly with the bow gun as well, you do have things like status bullets as well, so you can do things like you can fire sleep bullets to put monsters to sleep, you can paralyze monsters and so on, so you can provide kind of status effects for your party as well. Yeah, Sword and Shield's another not bad one as well to start with. It's definitely one of the easy weapons. Do we have a wound there? I kind of want to show Bow's focus shot if I can. There we go. Yeah, so Bow's focus shot is pretty cool. The way the focus strikes work, if you haven't realised, is if you can use them at any time, but they'll only do so much of the actual focus strike if you don't hit a wound. If you hit a wound, though, you'll get the full thing. I should also point out as well, you do also have things like the arc shot as well, so you can still shoot up like that. So it does feel quite similar to World Iceborne, but you can still do the dash dancing, which is what I keep defaulting to because I'm used to it. But I do think that the way to play bow is probably going to be using the tracer shots, honestly, because they just seem super useful. I haven't tried SNS in Wilds yet, no. So he ran away and then immediately came back. Hello again. He was clearly not too happy about being shot in the ass. I can't say I blame him, to be honest. SNS is banned 2 OP. I probably need to eat something soon because my stamina's really low, actually. Will it actually let me do this? You just go and fight the monster a sec while I cook a meal. You're also an insect glaive hater. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of insect glaive in this game. I love waiting to see like the sounds of people fighting while I'm just sat here eating a steak. Oh, hi there. He did not respect that. He did not enjoy me doing that. He smelled the steak. You love spears and jumping, you'll double say insect glaive is the worst of both. I love insect glaive in World and Rise. I'm still not really feeling it in Wilds. They've changed it a lot. Oh my god, even these spread shot homes as well, that's ridiculous. It is a bit awkward for controls because you basically need to... So the way it works is you basically need to hold L2 to get your aim up. Then you need to hold R2 to charge and then hit square to do your tracer. Which if you think about it, means you can't hit the right stick while you're doing it. So if the monster moves... You hit the insect part of it. I don't mind it later in the game. For me, I really like using the fast insects because it makes it much easier to gather the extracts. I will agree that I would prefer insect glaive if it was just a double-ended glaive that you attack with without the insect part, but one day I will land that. Oh, we've got a turf war. Let's go. I didn't realise that there actually multiple Valaharas show up to gang up on it. That's really cool. I'm not convinced Balahara came off best in that. Oh, we just got sucked into the whirlpool. Oh. See you in hell, Doshagama. This guy's like, I'm having the worst day. Ganged up by humans, small monsters, and other large monsters, and there's quicksand. I mean, do we follow him down? Or... do we actually have to go down there to get to him, or does he go to another part of the map? No, he's literally underground. I'm willing to do this for science. Doesn't matter because it's gone anywhere. So we need to find another way down. Use a waypoint to get back to him.
Been given more supplies. Check your sacred's pouch.
I'll draw its attention.
Yeah, this Dushagama is not having a good day. Poor guy. Yeah, boy's extremely strong. Hey, Chenton. I'm really enjoying it so far. There's some changes I'm not a huge fan of, but for the most part, I am having a good time. GG. Yeah, I think my main criticism so far is definitely the performance on PC. Hasn't been an issue for me, but I know a lot of people have been having a lot of problems getting this to run even remotely well on PC. I have hunted Radar. Yeah, we did it earlier in the stream. We tried it once and failed, and then we did it again later on and managed to beat it. I really like Radar. He's a really cool monster. The other main criticism I've got is I'm just not a big fan of the changes to Insect Glaive. Balahara didn't appreciate him breaking the camp too. Yeah, Balahara was on our side. Insect Glaive is super insane. It's... The issue I've got with Insect Glaive is... It's kind of awkward to use well because a lot of Insect Glaive now revolves around using the focus mode and using the attack that you do where you hold circle. The thing is though, you can actually hold circle but still keep attacking with triangle. So you have to kind of use like a claw input with Insect Glaive now to actually play it properly, so to speak. I just kind of feel for Insect Glaive like all of its damage is behind the circle attack, which makes it kind of one-dimensional to me. So, as much as I love Insect Glaive, it was my main weapon in World and Rise, I don't think I'll be playing it a great deal in Wilds if it's not changed. Thankfully, there's a load of other weapons that I love in Wild, so... It does seem slightly overkill using the hook slinger from here. You've already pre-ordered it? I actually haven't yet. I actually need to get around to doing that. Or, you know, carve this Dushagama as well. That would be an idea. You might become a gun lance main or use both lancers. It's a shame you can't dual wield. Alright, what's around now? There is another Dushagama, 2 Chatacabras, or 2 Balaharas. I do like how when you use the grill, it conveniently makes a rock for you to set it on. Okay. Oh. The weather's getting worse, so we might have a chance of seeing Radar again. So we'll do some veggies. We'll do some shrimps. And we'll finish it off with some monster chili. Does it actually look different then? Yes, it does. Why does the food look so good? From what I've seen, the people that have had issues run it usually had something else screwing up with it, or they don't actually meet the hardware requirements. The problem is some of the requirements are really, really high. Yeah, I've been getting a little bit of stuttering as well. I think some of it is probably down to the stream as well. It's on my end, it is pretty smooth, but there is occasional micro stutters. And yeah, no worries, Kilniath. Let's see, who's here? Do we have Radau? No, it doesn't look like it yet. Should it optimize before release? I would hope so. I mean, they've said that the version that they're working on at the moment is better than this, so obviously this open bit will probably be a build from potentially a couple of months ago. Maybe this stream you have a 3060 Ti and you've been running it smoothly at 30 because it didn't reach 60. Yeah, I mean, some people are fine running it at 30. I think some people are really struggling to get it to 60 as well. Oh, Radau's just appeared, actually. What I might do then is I might do Radau, and then maybe we can try doing a SOS flare to get two other people. So where has he appeared? He's in his nest. Can I actually fast travel to my camp? To my camp? It actually hasn't been destroyed for a change. Right, let's see. And what I used on a radar last time. I think I mainly used Lance. I think I used Lance and Hammer last time. I kind of want to use Hammer again. I really like Hammer. Yeah, I'm going with Hammer. And secondary, I'll take Insect Glaive, and we'll maybe try it a bit again. You've got in the lowest settings, everything on performance, and you can't reach 20 FPS. Yeah, there is definitely issues with, with the PC version for sure. Yeah, honestly, the environment in this look great. Is this guy just like chilling out next to me? He seems chill. Yeah, we can move towards Radau if you want. He's actually coming here, actually. Alright, let's try this. Is he going to get mobbed by the little monsters? That'd be so funny if they attack a Radau. Thanks for the heal, Cap. Much appreciated. Nice. Oh, nice. We've got some people joining. Cool. They can paralyze Rage out. That is surprising. I don't think you'd be able to. Looks like he's fully charged, so we need to be very careful. This guy plays hammer, he looks like a pro gamer. Immediately gets hit. I feel like, honestly, I feel hammer is the weapon I feel most comfortable with at the minute. I'm still not totally sure on the hitbox for that attack there, so that did so much damage. Nice, got knocked down. Hammer honestly just feels amazing. I absolutely love this in Wilds. I think it's easily my favorite weapon. Quite glad I dodged that. That was extremely scary. Kind of feel like this great sword guy's probably gonna get launched at some point. Using greatsword and dual blades. Dual blades are really cool. I haven't really played greatsword much. Yeah, I'm honestly thinking that when I get the full game, I might main hammer. You found the offset timing of the greatsword a bit difficult. Yeah, I'm still not really used to offset attacks yet. I got too greedy there. Don't care about second weapon. Just switch axe. Yeah, switch axe is cool. I feel it does feel very similar to the last games, but that's no bad thing. You have a bow on your secret for decoration. Even rolled a raw. What is this? You just seem very resistant to kill the second time. Oh, wow. So nobody can kill you when you're on your secret. I love that the way they revive you is just the cat just like tips a load of like green gunk all over you. I honestly don't mind carting against this guy though. Disappointment with Horn, there's nothing new. Yeah, I haven't tried hunting Horn, but honestly, I'm so unfamiliar with it that I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference anywhere. So he does have a wound on his one of his horns by the looks of things. So I'm guessing his horns must count as different parts of his body to his head. Yeah, Ryozo did say that. Yeah, Ryozo is a well-known hammerman. Yeah, probably for the best to move that. Is that even that spinning bludgeon there, that is a lot less recovery on the end of it. So it's actually usable. Oh, nice, got another KO. That was incredibly scary. I don't know if different weapons have a different build-up for making wounds, because it feels like when I play a hammer that I don't really inflict wounds very often. I don't know if that is a thing or if it's just something I'm imagining, but I hope decors work like all the other games in Rise rather than World, which did things weirdly. That's what I'm thinking, Drac. I'm wondering if Hammer maybe has a slightly lower chance to make wounds because you can knock out stuff with it. Again, I don't know if that's true or not, but it just kind of feels that way. Who cares if you're just knocking everything out anyway? Yeah, so I think the way it works is when you post a quest, I think SOS just goes up anywhere. I think you would be able to stop it, but it does seem like at the moment when you create a quest, it just leaves it open to everyone. So we do have the vine trap there, which we might be able to get him with. Nice. His head was acting strange there, so I missed it with the Big Bang. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Kilniath, I suppose. Maybe slicing weapons have a slightly increased chance to make wounds. Focus mode's really interesting as well because Even if you don't use it to make wounds or anything, you can use it to help you self-position. So it looks like he's quite tired at the minute, which is great news for us. That bludgeon does have a lot of wands on the end, so if you do use that, you need to make sure you've got quite a lot of open space for it. But the aerial spinning bludgeon seems to have a really quick recovery now. Can't find the quest. I think it's full at the minute. There's already 4 people in, so I think that's probably why it's not showing up. Obviously, when the game releases, though, I will be playing this a lot. Burst pods seem to flinch him really easily. Do need to be a little bit careful with hammer on this guy because obviously a lot of his very dangerous attacks come from his head. Can hammer still ledge hop? Let's have a look. Can I do it off there? There's no real good ledges around here to try it. I would assume it probably can. You destroyed everything on well with aerial attacks, even the spinning one when you slide down slopes, despite it having horrible recovery. Well, now it has a lot less recovery. Chatacabra has yet again destroyed my camp. I don't really know what happened to him there, he just kind of fell over. I love these guys just watching, like, they're just like cheering on from the sidelines. Herbivores represent. I mean, to be fair, we're doing them a favour. You know, we're probably killing the main thing here that's going to predate them, so... Oh, Radow did not appreciate that. The hype squad is gone. Happy with your omnivorousness, thanks. I'm going to assume he's probably getting close. It kind of feels that way. Yeah, if Capcom can work out some of the kinks with the PC version, so if they can improve the performance at all, I think it'll be a fantastic game. I mean, I can see this selling like crazy. If World was anything to go by. Oh, there is also random NPCs as well. So you do get these like tribal NPCs that will just like patrol around.
I'll put the materials I gathered in your item box.
Kind of makes the world feel a bit more realistic. I think he's getting close. I can feel it. SectionSkyly 2024. You do enjoy sort of taking everything I say out of context, don't you? Very sacred. Are you going to take me to the monster? Or are you going to get lost? I don't really know what you're doing at the minute, but let's just remind you what we're looking for, Sacred. We're looking for this guy. Take me there. Anytime to go. I'll do it myself then. I would prefer if the Sacred controls were just manual. I don't really see the need for it to be automatic. Same problem as World. Like, I used to find the radar rides in World used to constantly just take me the wrong way. Oh, do we have a ledge there? So I think you can ledge hop, I'm just not very good at doing it. You're really just going to fly off as soon as I get here. You absolute arse. Might be better actually going to another camp, actually, if he's gone quite far away. Where's he gone to? Oh yeah, he's flying right back over there. Easy to fast travel. Yeah, ledge hopping on World was ridiculously OP. Here he is. Ah yeah, he's nearly dead actually. Get down here. It makes some really weird noises, this guy. It kind of sounds a bit like an electric motor sometimes, which is kind of cool, given the kind of monster he is. Kind of similar to things like Basil from World, sounding a bit like an air raid siren. Oh, we only have one feint left. That's kind of scary. Do I have any traps? Because it might be time to use them. I'll use it once it gets up. I think when someone uses chat, it makes a PSO like sound effect. I think there is a little sound effect, yeah. I'm gonna guess he's gone back to his nest. I'm assuming he's gonna go to sleep. This cry sounded so depressed. I mean, I can't say I blame him when he's getting beaten up.
Looks like the monster dropped something.
I've set a bomb! Bomb set!
Bomb set! I set a bomb!
Don't know if I have any left actually. No, I don't. Can the Great Sword guy do it? Sort of. That's one thing I've never been able to do properly, the true charge wake up. I told you I'd launch the Great Sword guy at least once. Kind of his own fault though. You don't go near the head if there's a hammer user. The head is the hammer. You don't get the idea of the UI design on the bars. What's the point of having it minimized? I think you can change it. It was the same in World as well. I think you can change it so it's on all the time. One cool thing with the health bar in this actually is if you're in danger of getting hit by an attack that might kill you, the health bar will flash red. It's like a very subtle tell. That's actually really funny. I launched the Great Sword guy and he mounted raid out from it. Totally intended. He's still hitting me though, which I do not appreciate. He must be nearly done. I'm just playing very careful at the minute because I really don't want to screw this up. Nice one.
This thing's a trove of new data.
Now time to establish dominance. Not bad though, you know, 2 radar kills on stream. For some reason that part of him apparently is hollow. They got like another 2 plates, so either the plates are a lot more common, we're getting them a lot more this beta test, or you're going to need a lot more items to craft stuff. Well, that was really fun. I think, given the time, that's probably a really good time to roughly end things. So just before I end it, my overall impressions of the beta from what I tried. I think so far it seems like a really, really fun game. I don't really like some of the changes they've made to a couple of the weapons, but there are other weapons I think have made really positive changes. The monsters seem really interesting from what I've done so far. I'm still not totally sold on the monster designs necessarily. I like Ray Dow, but I'm not totally sold on some of the others like Balahara or Doshagama. They look a bit strange, but we've only seen a very small amount of the monster roster anyway. The environments seem really, really cool. I really like this area. And if the other areas are as expansive as this, it's going to be a huge, huge map. So yeah, really impressed so far. I don't know if we'll get any other tests before the release. I imagine probably not. So if you are considering picking this up, I would just say, if you are going to play it on PC, make sure you've got a really high spec PC, because it sounds like it's going to be a real pain to run well on PC. Otherwise, it might be worth considering the console version instead. As usual, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider the usual, like LJP said. Consider liking, subscribing, join as a member on YouTube, or sub on Twitch if you want to. I will be streaming on Wednesday, which will be a stream of the classic Phantasy Star, so the very first Phantasy Star on Switch. So if you're into Phantasy Star, come and check out that stream on Wednesday. There'll also be a PSP2 video going live probably tomorrow for members, and that'll go live to everyone else on the Wednesday as well. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the demo footage. Hope you like this look at Monster Hunter Wilds. We will be doing a lot more Monster Hunter Wilds content when the game releases. I am going to cover the game quite extensively. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this little first look at it, and hopefully see you guys on Wednesday for the next stream. Yeah, see you guys later.